Two police officers claim that they had to do this to an Albuquerque woman who they were arresting for a violent crime. APD insists that the officers used an appropriate amount of force. But her lawyer insists they used excessive force. Katie Kim has been on special assignment trying to understand what happened here. But once again, the key evidence that could make this clear is mysteriously missing.
No, not at all. Baby, take a picture, hey!
It started as a domestic violence call. Two women had gotten into a fight. By the time it was over, one of the women was charged with attempted murder. She was also the one lying in a pool of her own blood, unconscious in the street. How did that happen? Well, the photos tell part of the story.
Okay, Mary, you have the right to remain silent.
So do police reports. Lapel videos turned over by APD tell another piece of the story. Officers Justin Trebetowski and Stephanie Gomez went to a Southeast Albuquerque apartment complex in March of 2012. When they got there, a woman told police Mary Drake tried to drown her in a bathtub after an argument.
Turn around for me.
Officer Trebetowski put a clearly intoxicated Drake in the back of a squad car. According to police reports, Drake was on her menstrual cycle and bled on the car seat. When officers tried to put her in a protective suit, they say Drake slipped out of her handcuffs and became combative, so they took her to the ground.
The whole force of the fall lands on her face and head.
News 13 requested all of the lapel videos from Drake's arrest. APD turned over 16 minutes worth of video. The 4 clips they gave us show almost the entire incident, except the takedown. Drake's attorney says there's a reason for that.
Lapel cameras are only as good as the officers who wear them. And officers can disable them, they can cover them, they can turn them off, and they usually do that when there's something to hide.
What happened to Drake when she was taken down? A warning. The photo you're about to see is graphic. Drake suffered a concussion, serious bruising, and a smashed-in face.
I'm like.
The video picked back up after Drake was lying on the ground.
Baby, take a picture, hey! Baby, take a picture, hey!
Drake screamed to her boyfriend to take photos of what had just happened before she lost consciousness. APD sent a field investigator to take photos too.
That's what happened when she hit the ground? Yeah.
Drake has filed a federal lawsuit against the 2 officers claiming excessive force, but her attorney says that's not the only issue here. Drake left the hospital with serious injuries, facing some serious felony charges that could have led to decades behind bars.
So what is she getting charged for? It'd be aggravated assault.
That's what Officer Trebetowski told Drake's boyfriend, but it got a lot worse. Officers initially charged Drake with 4 felonies, including assaults, kidnapping, and attempted murder.
The case was grossly overcharged.
Fast forward to March of this year. Those charges, including the attempted murder charge, became a no contest plea to a single misdemeanor.
In this case, we didn't have anything that really supported the initial charges.
Bernalillo County DA Carrie Brandenburg says the 2 women's stories changed about their fight. So with no evidence to support serious felony charges, prosecutors had no other choice but to plead the case way down.
In this instance, you have extreme charges, very serious charges, and then you end up with a misdemeanor. That is generally uncommon.
APD refused to sit down with us, but a spokeswoman sent us a statement saying the officers used an appropriate amount of force based upon the situation, and that City Legal will defend the officers in court. On special assignment, Katie Kim, KRQE News 13.
Incidentally, it is 4 weeks to the day since an APD officer killed a 19-year-old woman who he claims pointed a gun at him. In that case, his lapel cam did not record any video either. APD has not said if tests showed whether the camera malfunctioned or if the officer never turned it on like he said he did.